Michigan Department of Education says that dozens of school districts will have to team up with the state to improve their students' academic outcomes. Our political reporter, Rachel Louise Just, looks into what caused so many schools to fall so far behind in a newly released report.
More Michigan schools are being flagged as low achieving, according to the Michigan Department of Education's 2021-2022 report. More than 1.5 times the number of schools were identified as needing CSI. That's comprehensive support and improvement since the last time this report came out in 2017. 54 school districts will now have to partner with the state in an agreement that aims to help those schools get back on track.
There's no surprise at all. Students and educators and parents have had a 2.5, 3-year period like none other. The load is so heavy.
State Superintendent Michael Rice pointed to the underfunding of public schools, the teacher shortage that came with it, and the pandemic as reasons why more schools are struggling to keep up. Rice finding optimism, adding that the $22 billion funding agreed on by Governor Gretchen Whitmer and the Republican legislature this summer should help start to solve those problems.
There is light at the end of the tunnel. It's important that local school districts use this funding properly.
Former teacher and current Senator Dana Polhanke says it's hard to know when we'll start seeing results from the record per pupil funding the state has given to schools.
If anyone says they know, I don't I don't think anyone knows.
But perhaps next year's school report will give an indication on where learning is trending. Meanwhile, Polhanke says one of the best ways to ensure Michigan schools get on track is more investments in teachers and more investments in education.
I do not appreciate, some of the campaign talk that I heard about isn't throwing money at schools a terrible thing. Well, no, it's absolutely not.
As Democrats take over the Capitol next year, Polhanke says investing money in schools will be valued.
If you want the things that people say they want, you want tutors, you want literacy coaches, you want smaller class sizes, you want great teachers, you want effective programs, all of that doesn't come for free.
In Lansing, Rachel Louise Just.
We did reach out to the Republican State Senate education leader for her perspective on this. We have not heard back yet.
Over the last 2 years, the state of Michigan has seen a significant rise in speeding and deadly crashes. Local sheriff's departments want to change that. WSBT-22's Lynette Grant spoke with officials to find out the reasons for this increase.
For some, it might cause an instant sense of panic. You're driving down the road, you look, and you see a police officer. That experience may be a lot more common this winter on Michigan roads as local departments step up their patrols. In 2021, there were 237 deaths on Michigan roads due to speeding. That is an increase of 18.5% or 37 deaths since 2020. That aligns with the nationwide increase in crashes from 2019 to 2020.
Speeding, I would say, reduces your time to react to any problems, whether it be deer, other vehicles, maybe disregarding a stop sign, something to that effect.
Law enforcement agencies across Michigan want to combat this problem quickly before things get worse. From now until the end of February 2023, there will be an increase of enforcement on Michigan roads.
It sends out a beam, it retracts the beam, and the time and distance that the car is covering, that's how it's calculating speed.
There are studies that show more than 110,000 speeding tickets are issued every day across the nation. Multiply that by 365 days, and that equals 41 million speeding tickets issued each year.
Car in front of us, 53.
The Berrien County Sheriff's Department is one of several agencies awarded extra grant money from the state of Michigan. That money will pay for overtime worked by officers on a volunteer basis. Deputy Campbell says the goal isn't necessarily issuing tickets, it's public safety.
It's not going to help you to speed to get somewhere faster if you don't make it there. So if you get involved in a crash and you're not going to make it to your destination anyway, I'd say it's just a good idea to slow down.
The Sheriff's Department isn't the only agency in Berrien County stepping up patrols. St. Joseph and Chickaming Township will also see increased patrols, all in an effort to make local roads safer. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, local roads are more dangerous than highways when it comes to speeders. That's why police encourage you to drive the speed limit and go slower when the weather gets nasty.